Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, June 21st of 2024. I'm Giovanni Betancourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets, and this is a recording previous to the U.S. session open. Alrighty then, well, let's get going. So the spell was, finally broken yesterday after 7 recorded closes. The Nasdaq ended the day lower, as we can see in front of us. And, there was no obvious reason. Traders may have just been selling up to lock in profits after a nice bump, I should say. Now, of course, we say that markets have been rising, but by now everyone knows artificial intelligence stocks have been doing all the driving. Nvidia is a poster child, having topped Microsoft earlier this week to become the biggest company by market value, and then lost it late yesterday. The magical hold AI has on investors was also demonstrated by Dell Technologies and Supermicro Computer, which were boosted by Elon Musk mentioning this week that he would use their server infrastructure for his XAI startup. The market's recorded selling performance of the past week hasn't been helped much by the prospect that the Federal Reserve will lower interest rates. Jobless claims data yesterday might have been a bit higher than expected, but it looks like rate cuts, if they arrive, will be both little and late. That leaves just AI as the great catalyst for profits. And when you look at how many companies are actually making money from AI at the moment, that's kind of scary. Chip makers such as Nvidia are the only ones that can say AI has already put money in the bank. For almost everyone else, it's just hope that's puffing up valuations. Now, you would expect companies such as Microsoft to be the next beneficiaries, but that hasn't filtered through yet to the bottom line. Apple has received a lot of credit for plans to harness AI, but such optimism could be misplaced. There is no guarantee AI features are going to sell more iPhones. Meta might be better placed to benefit with its use of AI, close to lifting advertising sales, but it's not a sure thing. For most, AI is a cost rather than a source of revenue. If AI is also the main thing driving stock gains, that could make the market vulnerable to even bigger pullbacks. So with that being said, let's take a look at what we can speculate in today's market fluctuation, in today's price action. Let's just analyze real quick yesterday's. We have that particular value of 20,400 was the actually the resistance that I had placed around that area. We came close to it. I mean, we were like about 31 points away from it. It did obviously retrace and it did fluctuate below our support level of but now obviously we're trading lower, so we're gonna have to bring that puppy down, and I'm just gonna bring it down to 19,800, just another psychological round number. So therefore, let's just bring also the resistance, since we are in that particular moment or mode of sell-off. So 20,200 and change is going to be that particular resistance. Will we continue trading lower so that the RSI could just fall into the neutral session? Now, all of this gap, all of this space, will that mean that the market can come down all the way as low as the support? Hey, you can even lower. Okay, we don't know that yet, but it is the weekend. This area right here, however, as we look in the past in the history, it does, even though since we were in this triple type of like back in when was that? Last week, the days of the 19th, the 18th, and the 20th, and the 17th. Not last week, but sorry, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday, we did create a triple top. So that particular area that I just showed, it is looking, it was a previous resistance, well, now it's a previous support. So would that have been enough of that area would be enough for the markets to rebound, to reverse, and move to the upside. That's another possibility. Or will the market just stay lingering, trading sideways around the 20,000 marker? That could be another probability. So it is a weekend, however, it's Friday. Now, the S&P 500. The S&P 500 also has the same fluctuation as the NASDAQ. However, we did have placed that particular value of 5,500 and change and 12 as a support level. The market could probably come into it as that big gap that was created earlier this week. So it could be closed, and from here, market come down towards it and reverse to the upside. Anything is possible again. Let's take a look at the Dow. So the Dow Jones, it was the only one that actually closed in the green yesterday. It came up to that 39,700 resistance level, and it just kind of retraced a little bit, but however, it did close in the green. Today we opened with a small gap up. Okay, it has been closed. So can we speculate that the market will do another attempt at reaching 39,700? RSI, it's not like the peers. It's further away from entering overbought territory. So that could be another possibility or probability, better yet. As far as crude oil goes, so crude oil is looking to, we're almost there. Yesterday we kissed that level of resistance. So I'm going to bring it up to $82. So I'm still being obviously favored. I'm going to bring also my support to $80. It is the weekend, however, but I am favoring long to buying crude oil. Nat Gas. Well, Nat Gas is it's kind of rebounding from that support we placed yesterday. It's been violated, so I'm just going to bring it down a bit to 260. 60 cents. I'm going to bring down my resistance to 290. So this time around, we could probably just say, okay, yeah, let's do a buying Nat Gas for today. Gold, gold is looking mighty sharp here. I'm going to use the upper Bollinger Band as my level of resistance to see if it'll come down to it, and the medium of the Bollinger Band as my support right around here. Let's see if that'll work for today. So yeah, buying gold. Silver. Oh, silver. Wait, the silver bullet. Yesterday silver also fluctuated to the upside. It did a nice fluctuation. It's retracing a whole lot today though. It's getting back a lot of those gains that it obtained yesterday. We are further, we basically we below the medium way of the yesterday session. Could we reverse from here, or will it continue to trade lower? It has traded below the medium of the Bollinger Band, so I'm gonna assume that it might come and just visit yesterday's low. So I'm not in it. I won't be in it. Copper. Well, copper seems it's looking to trend lower. So I'm gonna use this low wick for my support. Let's see, just going with the trend. So with the internal trend, intraday trend. So selling it. Then we have Bitcoin. 62,000 is gonna be that level for support for Bitcoin. Let's see how much lower it will trade. Then we have the currencies. The euro is taking a little dive. It's trading below 107. Let's see if 106,600 will be enough, and you'll find some support around here. And the pound as well is looking to trade even lower. So 126 is going to be that level of support. Let's see. And most likely the dollar index is trading higher. Yep. That dollar index is doing its thing. So I'm going to use 105,600 and bring my support to 105. There we go. All right, cool. So that's the case. That's it for me today. Have a great trading day and a fantastic weekend. I'll see you next Monday.